All right, my name's Isaac Banks, and I'm talking to Clark Van Dyer from the band named Bad Analogy. How are you, mate?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, going very, very well, thank you. So you're a three-piece
Good.
band out of Fort Worth, Texas?
Fort Worth, Texas, and we've got the other band members here with us.
Hi, I'm Jet Kaiju, bass player for Bad Analogy.
How are you,
I'm
mate?
up on drums.
Oh, cool. Nice to meet both of you there.
Good to
And
meet.
how long have you been playing together for?
Ooh,
That's a good question.
that's difficult, because the band sort of developed. It wasn't like three guys who met.
Yep.
We're kind of in a unique situation, and it kind of
Yep.
happened organically.
Yep.
Because we're all family.
Yeah, that's right.
And the other two guys are my sons, and so they grew up in the house, and so music sort of came about naturally between the three of us.
It was what? It was probably about 5 years ago,
Yep.
was it?
It's
Is it
2017. That was like 2009.
2009? Okay.
The years go by
Okay,
so
like
quick, don't they?
8 years ago.
They really do.
We started playing music about 8 years ago. Not all of us.
Yeah.
Because my dad, Clark, he didn't, just a little bit, but he was never in bands or anything. He was just a, fan of rock and roll.
Yep.
So sort of like all at the same time, he started playing guitar when we got that guitar from the yard sale. My brother, Connor, he got a little electric drum pad just because we were curious. Like, can we do this? Can we play music? Can we, just start being a band as a family?
Yep.
And when it came time that they needed a bass player, I was like, sure, I'll do it.
So everybody essentially is self-taught.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, and we all got together in Connor's bedroom actually and set that up as our practice room.
Yep.
And in there,
Where the drums are.
It's where the drums
Yeah.
are. And so we jammed together for probably a good, I don't know, 2-3 years, and set out to record some songs together.
Yep.
And it was really only about almost a year ago, that we started playing out at local clubs.
Oh, that's fantastic. So the live music scene in Fort Worth, Texas, is pretty good.
It really is. I think it's and I think it's growing too.
It is.
It's there's some good local venues, and I think it's on the upswing here.
Okay, so you're not too far from Dallas, is that right?
It's about an hour drive from Dallas.
All right,
to
cool.
the west. So the people think of Dallas and Fort Worth as the same place, but they're actually about an hour apart.
All right, cool.
So the music,
Yep.
we set out originally to just do originals that we came up with between the three of us.
Well, because that was all we could play. Because we started out all at the same time. And you're like, well, we can't play any AC/DC songs. We can't play any Beatles songs.
Yep.
So we made stuff up. We just jammed and came up with some good stuff. And a lot of that material is still in our set now.
That's right.
Yeah,
It was
cool.
fun too because I felt like it was happening the way it happened back in the day. When a couple of 3-4 guys would get together and just start out of nothing hammering out songs.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's the way we did it. We didn't start out as like, let's try to cover this or cover that. And we do a few covers in our set, but
Yeah, well, they're always popular, aren't they, as well?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's interesting too because we'll play part of our set and then we'll get to a cover, and then when the crowd sees sort of the type of cover we like to do, it sort of
They kinda get it.
They sort of get what kind of band we are at that point. It's like,
Yeah.
oh,
Our music kind of perplexes people sometimes because, it's all original stuff. It's hard rock. It's old school sounding.
Yeah, it's
rock
definitely
and
got a
roll.
70s AC/DC sort of sound to it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
little bit. And
Yeah, a little bit.
influences are. Go ahead.
Yeah, just maybe on one of the tracks, probably Invisible, I think that's sort of got a bit of an AC/DC sound, because I got 4 of your tracks. I got Invisible, Seek and Hide, Black Light, and Hater.
That's right.
So I
And
imagine
we're
they're off your EP, are they?
Those are the songs that are on the EP.
Yep,
And
yep.
we're just at the point now where we're going to go back and record some additional songs and then re-record the original material into a full record and do a full CD of new recordings of the old stuff and then new additional songs.
All right, that sounds fantastic. So yeah, well, it sounds like you're pretty busy. You get to play in a few clubs over there and things. So it sounds like you're going quite well.
Yeah.
And we're having fun. The great thing about it is it's kind of like a father-son thing.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, isn't it? You can
It
spend
is.
some quality time with your children and do something that you all love, and
It really is. They've grown up to be great young men, and
Aw.
I couldn't ask to have better buddies or better bandmates. They're awesome.
Well, that's fantastic because it doesn't always work. They always say never go into business with family or friends, don't they?
Yeah, I had somebody asking me about that on Facebook the other day. We were talking about the makeup of the band, and they said, "How do you do that?" I said, "There are things because when I was that age, the last place I wanted to be was around my dad."
Yeah.
So
We get along really well, though.
Yeah.
So, we're all really close. We all like each other and, only fight sometimes.
the shocking family members who like each other.
Yeah. Well, that's fantastic, isn't it? There is quite a few family bands that I can think, like brothers and sisters and things that have got bands going here in Australia, and they seem to always get on very well, and they write some pretty good music. And I think even the White Stripes, isn't it? That's a brother and sister, isn't it?
That's true.
Yeah, and we've got a band called Angus and Julia Stone here, and there's quite a few. I can just name quite a few, so it's good. Yeah, it works quite a bit, I think. We are listening to Valley FM 89.5. I am talking to Bad Analogy. They're out of Fort Worth, Texas, and they've got a EP out. I think it's got 4 tracks on it at the moment, or
4-track
That's
EP.
4.
yeah. So that's fantastic. Oh, so who does write most of your music, or is it a bit of a collaboration between you all?
It kind of happens naturally.
Yep.
It's kind of interesting because even though everybody kind of started learning to play instruments at the same time,
Yep.
I'm the drummer, I'm Connor.
Yep.
I'm the one who really put effort into learning more about music and theory.
Yep.
So generally what I allow the other two to do is just be creative, come up with what they want, that they like the sound of, and then I sort of use my understanding of music to pull what they're doing into a more cohesive song most of the time.
Translation is we clang around and he makes it into a good song.
Yeah, right. Oh, that sounds good.
I'll personally, playing guitar, I'll write, a lot of times I'll come up with a riff, and then Connor will come back and go, well, it'll be a little bit better if you make this chord change instead of that, and then so we kind of hone it down, and then Jet writes his own bass parts, and Connor does his own drum parts, and then lyrics mostly fall to me.
Yeah, fine.
It works pretty well because we're all listening to the same music because we drive around in the car together, we put CDs, so we all have the same range of influences. So it's not like some bands where you get 5 different guys and the drummer wants to play jazz music and the bass player wants to play David Bowie and
Which can be good sometimes.
It can be
Yeah,
good.
definitely. Yeah, you get a variation of sounds, don't you? But no, I'm loving your music, and I think you've got a pretty bright future. If you stick, I think you're going to do fairly well in it.
Oh, thank you. There's not much
Thanks so
tension.
much.
Yeah, you certainly got a sound that people like, haven't you? You sort of got that, a pub sort of sound.
People seem to like it.
Yeah.
It takes them a minute, though.
Especially, when you're going out and having a few drinks, it's certainly the sort of music you want to listen to, isn't it?
Yeah, I hope so.
Hopefully.
There's a lot in the local scene. There's a lot of really hardcore metal bands, and so
In Texas at the moment?
I'm sorry.
In Texas at the moment, hardcore's pretty popular, isn't it?
In this area, there's a lot of hardcore metal,
Oh, okay.
and so as a result, we stand out a little bit from that, and that's kind of okay, I think, because I think people remember us because, hey, these guys are doing. We've had people say, I'm not really into that kind of '80s kind of rock sound, but you guys pull it off, and
they also point out that we're some of the only people still doing that.
And we've had other guys in bands say, I don't think anybody in the whole area is doing what you guys are doing. So they think it's really cool. It's nice to stand apart.
So you're fairly unique in what you're doing. That's quite amazing, really, because you think there'd be a lot of bands around with that sort of sound. I know I do play a lot of American bands on my show, and a lot of them do have that sort of 70s, 80s sort of sound. So maybe, but
it's not that locally here.
Yeah, it may just be a local. It may be a local thing here.
That's unusual, isn't it?
It is.
So what's the population of Fort Worth? How many people would be there?
I don't know, 1.5 million, something like
okay.
that.
So it's a pretty big area then. It's a lot bigger.
It's
a lot bigger than Canberra, Australia, where I am. We're about 450,000, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So with your influences, who do you think influenced your sound? I can feel a bit of AC/DC in there. What other bands do you think's influenced your sound?
I would say the main influence for me has been the Ramones, and then
I love the Ramones.
Probably the Beatles. And
Probably the Beatles, yeah.
My dad really likes Kiss a lot.
Yeah, I like Kiss. I think Kiss Alive was my first album I ever bought, so
Yeah.
And I played that to
Kiss
death.
Alive 2, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kiss Alive 2 was my first album. So,
Oh, yeah, right. So I must be a bit
there's-
older than you then.
Yeah, there's Kiss influence in there. There's some AC/DC, some Beatles,
Black Sabbath.
little Black Sabbath. A lot
Yeah,
of
definitely. I
old
can
school
hear
stuff.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm about the only person in Australia that doesn't like the Beatles, so...
Maybe. You're not a Beatles guy?
I'm not a Beatles fan, never have been. I don't know why, but they just don't turn me on. I don't know why.
What about the Stones?
Are you a Rolling Stones fan?
Oh, I love the Rolling Stones, yeah.
There you go.
That's the dichotomy, isn't it? Usually people are either Beatles or Stones. They fall to one side or the other, never both. So
That's right. But I've got to admit, though, I don't listen to a lot of 70s and 80s music. I grew up with that sort of music. I listen to a lot more modern, today sort of stuff now. And everyone sort of thinks I should listen to the 70s and 80s, but I don't know. I just don't get into it as much as I used to.
You could listen to what you want to hear, really.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's what we do. We play what we want to hear.
Yep.
And that's how you keep liking it. Because you'll get bored of it, and you'll get sick of the stress of it when you're just playing what the public likes or playing what's going to be popular.
yeah, the last thing I want to do is be on stage playing the song I hate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. You'd be no fun in it at all, would there? You may as well not even do it if you're going to do that.
No.
That's right.
Yeah.
So
if people want to
it's,
check out your music, whereabouts can they check out your music at?
Well, we have a lot of social media going
Yep.
on. We have a web page. It's badanalogyband.com.
Yep.
You can also find us on Facebook
Yep.
and Instagram,
Twitter.
There's also a Reverb Nation account where you can actually download the songs.
You made a Bandcamp too, didn't you?
Yeah, there is a Bandcamp page also.
Yeah, I like both of those. Like everyone's saying that Reverb Nation's just about on its way out, but I actually like it. I use it a lot, and probably Bandcamp is one of my favourite ones. But I still like Reverb Nation. I think it's great for looking up gigs and things like that, and I pick up a lot of new bands off Reverb Nation. I think it's quite a good thing.
It's really good for the local scene, especially.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we
you can
made-
see what bands are playing and catch up. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's good. It's good for promotion for local gigs too. And so we've so you can download music from Reverb Nation.
Yep.
I think we're even got a song on Spotify. So I think if you go to Google or any of the search engines and do a search for Bad Analogy, you might want to put band at the end of that just to help it sort it out from some sort of like literature study or something.
Bring up some random article that says, when circles are like squares.
Yeah, when circles are like squares. So
You don't want an actual bad analogy.
no, not a real bad analogy, just a band bad analogy. But I think if anybody does a search on any of the search engines, they'll find us. It's not difficult to find.
All right, sounds great.
And so we're easy to recognize too because it's two younger, good-looking guys and an older guy.
Fair enough, and modest as well.
Yeah.
I thought you guys would have had really strong Texan accents, but I can't really pick it up. That it's not really that strong, is it?
Well, that's very encouraging.
Well, we're from Georgia originally.
Georgia, yeah.
Yeah, that area, because that's East Coast United States, which should sound even more southern than this.
Yeah,
but
that's what I would have thought, because I would have thought you sort of like a little bit like this.
He can put it on.
Hey, I can drop into it if you want me to.
That's the way I thought you'd talk, actually.
Yeah, man. We're in a band and we play rock music. No,
Yeah.
But seriously.
Yeah, that's actually the way I thought you'd be talking.
Steel
actually.
guitar.
Yeah.
I think for me growing up, I watched so much television
Yep.
that I picked up a more of a, what people tell me sometimes I sound more Midwestern, and so we don't have really strong accents.
No, you don't. But
Let me tell you though, when he's in a room with someone with a thick Southern accent, he goes right back to it.
Oh, really? Yeah, I could imagine it. Yeah.
It's a subconscious method of fitting in, I think.
All right. So, what are some of the clubs that you play at over there?
Local clubs. Tomcats West.
Yep, I've heard of that one actually. Yep.
The Ridgely Room, which is part of the Ridgely Theater is also there, but that's a larger venue.
We played at the Curtain Club once.
We played
in
Dallas,
Yeah, we played in Dallas at the Curtain Club.
Yeah, I think I've heard that one too. Yeah.
And
I think played some festivals.
We played one open air festival. That's about it. But
that would have been fantastic. That would have been a good time.
Yeah, it's fun. So. And the great thing about the venues, especially Tomcats and the Ridgely Room, is they're each 15 minutes from where we live. So
that's fantastic. It's not hard to go, is it?
It's a very convenient tour circuit, yes.
You've probably got one of these big Texan utes or something, have you? Or
No. We just have a sport utility
Yep.
SUV vehicle.
Oh, okay,
And we
yep.
load everything in there. We have to take 2 cars. One car has band members in it, and the other one has gear.
Oh, yeah,
And-
yep. Oh, well, it makes it easier, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Was there anything else you'd like to add, or?
Well, we'd like for everybody to check us out online and
Yep.
give our music a listen.
Yep.
And get in touch with us. Follow us on Facebook. Follow
Yep.
us on Instagram, so forth, and give us a shout out and say hello. We're taking a break right now from playing for about a month and a half while we record some more songs.
Yep.
And we'll get that out. We'll be going back into the club scene locally again.
Well, thank you very much for giving up your time today, and it's been lovely talking to you.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you, Isaac. Thank you so much.
And I've been talking to Bad Analogy. They're out of Fort Worth, Texas. They're a 3-piece band, family band, and you can check them out on Facebook, Instagram, Bandcamp, Reverb Nation, all those good media places. And check them out, give them a like, and give them a follow, and keep up with the news. And if you ever want to chat again, let me know.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
So maybe when you get your full album out, that we can have a chat then.
Yeah, there's some stuff on there I'd really like to talk about. Some new music that I think is a lot of fun.
All right, that sounds fantastic. All right, well, thank you very much for the chat. I've enjoyed it, and best of luck to you guys in the future. And certainly we'll be checking you out and keeping up to date with the news of the band, and we couldn't catch up another time.
All right, cool. Thank
Awesome.
you.
Thanks so much.
All right, thanks for the chat. Love it. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye.